Welcome to Marbella with him and her. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray,
aka Miss April.
Oh, I'm Miss April.
I
am. Oh, this is exciting. So when we did Calendar Girls with ITS, International Theatre Studio.
Quick summary, Hannah got her kit off.
Oh no, that's not what happened.
Okay. Yeah, everybody in the cast got their kit off.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? Because no denying it.
That's just a very, very sort of top level summary.
Yes, okay, top level. Because we were top level women.
That's correct. Or high class. No, we won't go down
No. Anyway, so Miss April. So we produced a charity calendar with the International Theatre Studio and gave a lot of money, over $4,000 in the end, wasn't it?
It was more like 4,300, I think, in the end.
To the Elena Gaite Foundation, which is a brilliant charity. Because we sold a lot of calendars. For some reason, people wanted to buy them.
Exactly. I think they're on eBay at the moment.
Oh no, don't. So I'm Miss April. So basically I am gardening. I'm pruning some flowers topless.
You are pruning some flowers topless, yes.
You're just repeating everything I say. But you don't see my nipples. You don't see any breasticles.
Did you say the word nipples on a podcast?
I can say nipples, can't I?
I think so.
Yeah. You can't see anything. So basically you just see my shoulders because it's all very tastefully done. There's things covering up all the naughty bits.
She's got lots of undergrowth.
Oh God, don't say that.
That's what you hold.
Wrong thing to say. I'm not even going to comment on that. No, I don't think we should take that bit out.
No.
Okay. You've totally thrown me now. So, we have a WhatsApp group called Calendar Girls with everyone who was involved in the production, which doesn't get a lot of traction these days, considering the show was in October.
Yes.
But every month, on the first of each month, somebody comments and says, "Oh, welcome to February. Hello, lovely ladies on the calendar," whoever's, representing that month. So on the 1st of April, there are a few comments, "Oh, seeing lovely Hannah, 1st of April.
And I think they say Happy Miss April, I think is a term.
April, yeah, which is nice. And then Alan, our photographer, who took the professional photographs, he made a comment saying that the picture that we're looking at in the calendar actually doesn't really represent the original photos he had. He said the original photos were showing a lot more and that he had to Photoshop some of the flowers in to cover up bits. And he said that he had the original at home framed on his wall.
And you were a little bit shocked, and so were a few people in the thread.
Oh, definitely. People were doing the shocked emoji faces. And then a little while later, he said, "Only joking, April Fools."
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness indeed. So I said, okay, I'll cancel the restraining order.
Do you think he's telling the truth?
Oh, stop it. It was an April Fool's. Yes, he's telling the truth.
I think there might be some circulating somewhere.
Stop it.
Pornhub for one.
No, don't say that. No, I'm not having that. We went to see Grease.
Is the word.
It is the word. In the Salon Varieties Theatre in Fuengirola.
We do like a bit of Grease.
We love a bit of Grease. And they put on some great shows there, particularly musicals. We love going to see their musicals, don't we?
Yeah, I think we've seen quite a few now.
Definitely. It was the 3rd time I'd seen Grease at the Salon Varieties over the last...
I think it's 2nd time for me.
15 years? How long I lived here? 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. So good, though. It was a lot of new people. There was a lot of younger people we haven't seen on stage before. And I have to say, I think they did a great job.
Lots of enthusiasm.
Yeah, really good. Great acting, singing, dancing, fabulous.
And a fantastic set.
Yeah, we were blown away by the set.
See, now that just sounds rude again when I say that.
Why?
It was a fantastic set.
It would be.
Because we've been talking about the calendar.
Yeah. There was this one scene, the bedroom, that just kind of, the whole staging folded out. That was the workings of Keith, I understand.
Yes, Keith spittled it.
Yes, well done, Keith.
What a job he did.
What a great job.
Staging.
Yes, it was brilliant. We're really, really, really impressed. You've been to see Grease in the West End, though, haven't you?
I have. Craig McLachlan.
Hey, Mona.
Yes.
Ooh,
I think that was his
Mona.
only ever song, wasn't it?
I think so. It's certainly the only one that got into the top 40.
It's amazing, isn't it? Another
one.
neighbour's famous person gets his guitar out and thinks he can sing.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't say he couldn't sing. He could sing.
Well,
He just didn't have a pop career per se.
no.
But did you like it? Was it good in the West End?
It was really good. One of my favourite musicals, along with Joseph, which I've also seen in the West End.
Yeah. Same. Oh.
And I think we might have even been there at a very similar time.
This is weird. So this is going to make us... Can we tell this story?
I think so.
Okay. So we worked out that we went to see Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat starring Jason Donovan in the West End in the same year. I was there, so this is going to reveal a little bit about our age and our age gap. Controversial. You ready?
Yes.
So I went with my mum and dad for my 12th birthday, the same year that...
I went with a former girlfriend and I was in my early 20s.
Yes. So imagine the inappropriateness of you looking at me as a 12-year-old girl thinking, I'm going to marry her one day.
That's very inappropriate. And I don't think we should be talking about such things on the podcast.
No, obviously that didn't happen and wouldn't have happened. But how weird is that
Yes.
we were there the same year?
Different times, different
times
era.
indeed. We said that each week we're going to be talking about a weird and wonderful story that we find in the Surrey English newspaper. I found a really bizarre article about a secret bar in Granada.
Yeah, and you told me about this, and I thought, what do you mean a secret bar in Granada? How can you have a secret bar in Granada? Oh my word. Yeah, you wouldn't know this is a bar. Well, it's not even a bar, it's a club behind it.
Yeah, it's called a club. It's actually called Confuso Club, if you want to check it out. CONFUSO, Confuso Club, which nobody knew about before until it went viral on social media. It's had like over 1 million TikTok views, hasn't it?
Yes, and you can see why when you actually see the frontage of this. See, again, that just sounds wrong.
Oh, stop it. You're making everything sound wrong. It was a vending machine. This is what it looks like. It looks like a vending machine where you can get cans of soft drink.
Oh, it's actually
crisps.
filled. It's a proper vending machine.
It is an actual vending
Yes.
machine. And somehow you press a button or something.
Yeah, it's the door to a nightclub.
Amazing.
And they wondered, this made me laugh, they wondered why they weren't very busy when they first opened. It's like, hello?
Nobody knew.
Nobody knows you're there. It's a vending machine.
Yeah.
They're getting drinks and crisps. They're not going into a nightclub.
We have to check it out. We're going to Granada in a few weeks' time.
Yes,
so
we'll
we'll
go
report
to a
back.
secret. We've been to a secret place before in Nurka. Do you remember?
We did. Can you remember what it was called?
No.
No, I can't.
Occulto.
Occulto. Well done.
Yes,
Occulto.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just had to access the memory banks
Well
there.
done. I'm impressed. Occulto. And it was, it's a restaurant. Fabulous. The setting of it all is amazing. And basically...
Well, again, you wouldn't know it's a restaurant. It's just a metal door with a little sign on it.
Yeah.
But then
and
when
you got given a code about an hour before our booking. I got a text message with a code and a location, and we got to this location, and again, no windows, not a proper door. You wouldn't know it was a restaurant at all. And there was this little keypad, and you put the code in the keypad, and then suddenly the door slides open, and you go into this area that's really dark.
Oh, it's completely black, wasn't it? And there was just a woman sitting in the inside, and you just know that the Mission Impossible tune should come on at that time.
Yeah. It was really cool. Then these curtains opened.
Well, no, so you go in, the door shuts behind you, and then she welcomes you in, and then I think she presses a button, and another door opens, and there's just a flight of stairs that go down, and then it's just amazing. You go into this huge space, bright lights and everything, and it's a proper nice restaurant.
Yeah, it was lovely. Really nice. So that was Occulto. So we're going to check out Confuso Club, which is in Granada.
We should make it a thing. Go and find secret venues across the
country. I'm up for that. Definitely. I'll keep you to that.
Okay.
While we are here in this part of the country, anyone who is in Marbella at the moment or has been to Marbella recently, you will have seen flags on poles.
And we don't mean that's on Polish people. We mean on lampposts.
Yes, exactly. Up and down the Paseo or in and around the towns in Marbella, because Marbella was voted Best European Destination for 2024.
And you can see why. It's a beautiful place. We love it. Definitely. That's why we live here.
Isn't that amazing, though? I mean, it really is. Of all the places to visit in Europe, it's quite a big thing.
Of all the places and all the world.
I'm proud to live here.
Me too. I think it's a great place because it's quite cosmopolitan. And we noticed, having gone to other parts of Spain recently, that some of those other parts can be quite seasonal. Lots of places are closed. There's not very many people around. Whereas we don't get that here. I mean, we literally are an all year round resort. Places don't close for the season, really. restaurants are open throughout the year.
Someday
generally.
we're about to talk about one that's just opened again. But in general...
Well, no, but you'd understand beach bars closing down
Yeah.
because you don't want to be sitting there in the howling wind.
No, but in general, restaurants and stuff don't. So yeah, Marbella was voted Best European Destination for 2024. It was by a specialist travel website called European Best Destinations, and they'd taken in votes from 172 countries. So can only imagine how many votes Marbella actually got.
Well, that's a big high five to Marbella.
Yeah, definitely. Something which isn't so great about somewhere we found recently is the returning policies for Victoria's Secret.
Yes, not happy with it. So I bought Hannah a Christmas present from Victoria's Secret.
People are going to imagine something
Yeah.
much sexier than what it was.
What was a
That's how you
handbag?
get all the sexy underwear.
It was a handbag.
It was a
You
handbag.
can't get a sexy handbag.
I
It was a
know,
handbag.
but I thought it was important to say that because people go, oh, it was a handbag.
Yes, and she wanted a large handbag. That was the whole thing. So
Yeah.
I was searching high and low for a large handbag, and they had a large handbag in there. Unfortunately, Hannah didn't like it.
I did, but it wasn't quite right.
She didn't like it.
You're very good though. You're better than most men, I'm sure, at buying clothes and handbags and shoes and things like that. You are amazing. So I don't want you to feel bad about it.
But I had a feeling something like this could happen. So at the time of purchase, I did say, look, if I buy this, can I return it? And they said, oh, yeah, yes, of course you can. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay.
So just after Christmas, we went in there together to return it. And the woman said, no, you can't have your money back.
She said, you can return it. Of course, not a problem. But we give you a credit note. I was like, oh, your colleague told me that I could return. Yes, you can return it, but you can't have your money back. I said, okay, well, that's strange because coincidentally, I was reading in the Sarah in English, one of our favourite newspapers here, about the EU returns policy. And within the EU, you're allowed to return anything within a certain period of time. Regardless of whether it's faulty or whatever, you're allowed to return it and get your money back. So I did quote this at them when they were saying we can't have our money back. And they said, yes, that probably is an EU regulation, but we don't abide by it. So, but you're in the EU. So, no, we don't do that.
It was unfortunate because the girl who was working there, bless her, she looked like she was in her early 20s. It could have been one of her first jobs
in retail. She was about 17, I know, early 20s.
She did look really young, actually, and she was just looking really confused, saying, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Our policy is.
Yeah, so we asked to speak to the manager, who of course wasn't there. So anyway, this was the situation. So I tried to look on the positive, and you said, well, you've got 100 euros, or it was 99 euros or whatever, to spend in Victoria's Secret. And they said you had a year, which was quite good.
Did they say a year, or did they say it never runs out? I don't see why you should be held to a year.
Yeah, I'm not sure, maybe. Okay, maybe it doesn't run out. I don't know why I've got a year in my head. But anyway, it wasn't like there was a rush to spend the money. So we kind of said, either I could find something else that I like, or what kind of made more sense is keep it for friends' birthday presents. So when there's birthdays coming up, because they do lots of bags, they do cosmetics. I'm not about to buy my friend a pair of sexy knickers.
Body glow stuff that I bought you one year.
You did, exactly.
You sparkled all day.
Sparkled, yeah. So I kept it for that purpose. For the first time, I went in there the other day, just excited about maybe buying something for me or whatever, and couldn't find anything.
No, so we still have.
So I've still got it. So any friends listening, be prepared. You might get some Victoria's Secret presents coming up for your birthday, because I have money to spend in there. Women talk. I think we've talked about it before on the pod. I'm not sure. Every week on my afternoon show on Talk Radio Europe, I do a show called either Women Talk one week, or the following week it's Men Talk. And it's me with a panel of women or men talking about stuff that's in the UK press. One of the subjects I wanted to ask you about as a man.
Okay. You want me to be a man?
Please.
I am a man.
Okay, great. So, makeup.
I don't wear makeup, I promise.
Okay. There was an article that said women tend to feel more comfortable and better about themselves if they wear lipstick.
Lipstick?
Yeah.
Powder and paint?
No, the article just said lipstick, but we went on to discuss how we feel either wearing makeup or not wearing makeup, and we all kind of felt it was a little bit not dangerous necessarily, but not wanting to tell women that they'll feel better and more confident when wearing makeup, because there are plenty of women who don't wear makeup and feel quite happy to not wear makeup, and that I think is a good thing. I don't want women to think that they should.
No, but I mean, my opinion is cake it on.
Oh, don't!
The more the better.
You can't say that. You don't mean that, surely.
No, I think it's an individual choice. If it gives you confidence to wear makeup, then hey ho, go for the confidence. And if you're confident in your own body and don't feel you need makeup or don't want to wear makeup, then again, that's a great decision. I think it's a very personal decision.
What kind of difference do you... I'm really putting you on the spot here.
I know,
but
bit worried.
What difference do you think lipstick makes? What do you see? What do you like it when a woman wears lipstick? You don't need to be thinking about me specifically. Don't worry. You can... Women in general.
It's a difficult thing, isn't it? Because makeup in general can enhance parts of the face. It can make people look quite different, in fact. I'm quite a fan of lipstick. I mean, going back to Marilyn Monroe and the bright red lipstick and everything, I think it was great. It was her look. You know her for it. She became famous for it. But these days, lipstick can be quite subtle. Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Each to their own.
Yeah, I think very much each to their own. I'm not a big fan of caking on lipstick and making it really, really over the top. I know some people like to do that, and again, that's their choice. But personally, I'm not a fan of that. I think it's nice when it's a bit more subtle, a bit low key, a bit toned down. Okay.
Interesting.
But it's a nightmare getting off my shirt, you know.
On your collar.
On my collar.
Lipstick on your collar. We were watching TV the other night and I had to laugh because I'm sure listeners will get this all the time. I feel like it's happening to me more and more now, which makes me feel about, I don't know, getting old, and it's an age thing. Because I remember when I was younger, listening to other people who were older than me, constantly forgetting things and not being able to think of the name. What was the name of the guy who, he was in that film, and how funny that was. And I'm well aware that I and we now do that all the time. We were watching TV last night and a guy came on the screen. And I said, look, that's the guy from... And you were like, oh, yeah, thingy.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it. And neither of us said anymore. We knew exactly what he meant. And it was only afterwards I remembered Ted Lasso. It was the guy from Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, yes.
But neither of us could remember the name. And that happens all the time now. I find it happens at least, every day. It happens every day. Yeah. And I can't remember the name of, not even somebody's name, just the name of the word ruler or whatever.
I'd like to think it's not because we get in a bad memory. It's because every day we fill our minds with more memories, which we have to process. That's a lovely way of
putting it. I like that.
That's what I'm sticking to anyway.
Brilliant. I'm sorry I forgot your name. My brain is making more memories.
Exactly. Jane. Lisa. Hannah.
Stop
Sorry,
it.
Hannah.
Stop it. That's not funny. We went for a nice little walk earlier along the Paseo in San Pedro.
Yes, it's a very strange misty day today.
Yeah, I think the Kalima's coming again.
Oh, Kalima. Does he play for Arsenal?
No, it's the red... I'm not saying dust again, that I fell into that trap. Red sand from the Sahara.
Yes, it's not nice. It gets everywhere. It can get in your lungs as well, because I've been coughing a bit more over the last couple of days, so I guess it's in the atmosphere again. Yeah,
not good. But we went for a walk and we noticed that Kalima was open, which is great, which means summer on its way. Kalima, it's called Kalima?
Yeah, but you've just spoken about how funny. You didn't piece that together, did you?
I didn't.
You're looking at me thinking, what are you talking about? Kalima and Kalima.
Yes, Kalima and Kalima. Yes, so there's a bar called Kalima, which is on the San Pedro Paseo, and it's a lot of people's favourite place to go for a drink.
We used to call it the gin hut.
The gin bar,
the gin bar for some strange reason.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, but everybody used to call it that.
Gin, yeah, so it's a great place, twofold. It's a great place to go in the morning for a cup of coffee. They do really nice tostadas and things. They're not sponsoring this show, by the way. And it's a great place to go for a drink, sundowners.
Yeah, that's best the place. Because if you sit on the front, you're on the Paseo, and you can, if it's a clear day, you can just sit there and see Gibraltar in the distance as the sun's setting, Africa if it's even clearer. It's a lovely
nice.
place, yeah.
And there's lots of kids' play areas around there, and there's go-karts and everything, so it's great for families, for
Yeah.
adults to have a couple of beers while the kids are playing or whatever. We love it there. Everybody does who lives in and around.
And it's
San Pedro.
open.
It's open, and this place is seasonal, so it's not open throughout the winter. So to be honest, I don't think it opened until May or June. So I was really surprised to see it open.
Yeah, and it's good. We're happy, and we had a nice little walk along the Paseo. They're doing a lot of work on the Paseo at the moment, so we had to keep coming off and going back on because they shut parts of it.
Yeah, they're digging massive holes. They're rebuilding Alabadero, which is where we got married.
Yeah, I mean, when we say rebuilding, they completely flattened it. I mean, it was a building, and then it disappeared. And we're like, oh, is that what happens when you get married somewhere?
I do love being able to go and see our wedding venue whenever we want, though. I love that. So they're already serving drinks on the outside area.
So they've redone everything from the flooring to the structure. So the flooring's gone down. It's a mixture of sort of parquet wood and marble by the look of it, or marble tiles.
Yeah.
And then they've got the Paseo bit where they've got tables there as well. So that's all fully operational now.
They haven't got walls, but they do have 3 beer pumps.
Yes,
So
the first thing to go in were the beer pumps. That's what I like about Spain.
Yes, get the priorities
Alcohol
right.
first,
Yes.
everything else later.
So we're really looking forward to Alabadero opening again. I assume they'll have it all ready for the summer. That's probably what they're aiming for.
It's a must, yeah. It's a very popular place. And right next door to it is a great beach club, isn't it? So again, when we said we got married there, Hannah she came in, she arrived on a golf cart.
Yeah, my
along
dad
the
and I on
Paseo.
a white golf buggy, we came down the Paseo.
And then she walked around the swimming pool, and then we met at the top part, and that's where we sort of walked down the fake aisle to where we had the ceremony.
Yeah.
Well, now it's a beach club, so you wouldn't be able to do that. There's sand, there's deck chairs, and do you call them deck chairs these days? We're not in Margate, are we?
Deck chairs.
Sunbeds.
Sunbeds.
That's the word I was looking for. Sunbeds.
Let's go to a beach club, hire a couple of deck chairs.
Yeah. It won't really go down, will it? Go to La Sala by the sea. Say, can we hire a deck chair, please?
You'd have to bring your hanky and put it over your head to fit in perfectly. Well, that's it. That's our week.
I didn't think we'd done much this week, but now we're talking about it. We've done loads.
Yeah.
We have quite an active life, don't we?
We do. And if not, we watch loads of stuff on telly, so we can always
Talk
refer
about
to that.
Yeah. But we didn't need to so much today.
We didn't. So well done. That's it from us this week.
So it's goodbye from her. See, that's a good one to use.
Because that's not been done before.
No.
And it's goodbye from
Someone
him.
might do it after this, like the 2 Ronnies or something.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.